Tanger, some of Vazzy's saves tonight kind of look like something you see in a video game. Just how frustrating did he make things for your offense?
Yeah, no, I mean he's a Hall of Fame goaltender, and every time he's playing on top of his game, he give their team a chance to win, and he did tonight. But I think we stuck with it, and at least we got a big point there.
This is a team that scored at least 4 goals in their last 10 straight games. What can you say about Silovs and his performance?
Yeah, no, I think both goalies were pretty outstanding tonight. Defense too. It was pretty tight defensive game, so it's one of those that you flip a coin.
What were you guys doing to keep things so tight against them?
They have so much speed going to the neutral zone. You try to clog the neutral zone, make sure they don't enter with too much speed and control. You want to make them chip the puck, so they have to beat us on the forecheck.
Kris, what could you say about that overtime? Obviously very back and forth pace. Just what can you say about how the team played during those 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean we had our chances to win it. Obviously made big saves, and when you go to a shootout, you never know what's going to happen. So, but I think he was outstanding tonight for them.
Been different from game to game. Over the weekend, I don't know if we had all the tons of looks that we wanted. I thought we got a lot better tonight. I thought we had a lot of really good looks. I think we can always get more traffic in the net. I think when pucks aren't going in the net, you got to get some ugly ones.
Didn't work on the power play tonight?
I'm not sure. I mean, again, we had a lot of real good chances. If one of those goes in, we aren't even talking about it.
What do you like about the chances that you were able to generate? Obviously, it was tough facing Vazzy tonight.
Yeah, I thought we generated a lot of speed. I thought we were working for each other. Kind of like I just said, like we had good looks. We either didn't hit our spots, or we missed nets, or didn't quite connect. And unfortunately, those nights happen. It just sucked that it happened today.
Did trying to compensate for Carl's absence?
I thought they were great. Again, kind of like I said, that team's got a whole lot of skill and they can make a lot of plays, and we didn't give them a whole lot. I think got to give a lot of credit to our defensemen. They all played really hard and really well tonight.
What's the feeling after a game like that when you guys do play so well, limit a red-hot team to very little?
Yeah, there's lots of positives. The schedule's busy right now, so you gotta keep rolling with it. You gotta pluck out what was good, and I think that's been the case the last couple of games where we haven't come out on the right side of things. But we're pretty happy with our quality of play, and we just know things are gonna start coming, and the wins will start racking up for us.
Could you see much on their goal? I mean, sort of what happened there?
Yeah, for me anyway, on the back check, I ended up behind the net, and then I was kind of looking at the ref, thinking there was maybe a call up ice, and then I looked over, and the next thing you know, the puck was in the net, so I had to watch the video back to kind of see what happened there, and yeah, strange play, but I mean, that's hockey, it happens.
You had a really long shift on that particular play. Was fatigue an issue at all for you? You'd been out there for like a minute and a half, I think, at that point.
No, actually, I felt pretty good, so I can't blame anything, but yeah, I think I ended up getting caught on the wrong side of the puck in the ozone, and then, you end up with the back check, but legs felt good anyway. So.
I think it bounced from my glove, skate, and I think it was like pretty long time. Maybe it could be a whistle, but it didn't happen. And I don't know how he just hit my stick or how he scored, but it happens.
Do you think there should have been a whistle?
In my mind, I thought it was like pretty a long time, but referee sees it other way, so I can't really say.
The result's the result, but I mean that's a pretty powerful team down the hallway there. Is there any pride or anything good to come out of this, limiting them to a single goal, at least in regulation?
For sure, this team being like what they have 11 in a row now.
Sounds right.
Yeah, so I think we played well. We have like. Past games were really tight, and losing by 1 goal. So I think we're on the right track, and we just have to keep going.
It looked like they were testing you quite a bit, especially on the blocker side. Do you feel like you had a pretty good game?
Oh, yeah, I felt pretty good. I don't know what they were testing, blocker or gloves. I just was trying to stop the puck, and that's it.
Dan, I think everyone in the room was pretty happy with the defensive effort tonight, but only 2 goals scored in the last 3 games. Is there anything that you think this team can be doing in terms of strategy, whatever, offensively, to generate more offense that they're not doing in the last 3 games?
I think it's we talked about it a little bit. I feel like over these last couple, it's getting to the inside. Like that's a team that makes it hard, and so like I think it's easy for somebody to say you got to get there, and I think it's looking at other ways that maybe we can, do a better job of getting inside position on their defense, because they make it tough. Teams are going to make it tough, and so I think there's things that we can look at and talk about, but we need to generate more around the net, more second chances, and we were there at times for sure, but there was other ones I think we're going to go back and we'll look at and say, okay, there was maybe some missed opportunities, to get a puck to the net when we did have somebody there, or there's a missed opportunity to stay around the net longer when those rebounds are there. And so I think we got to increase the number of looks that we have in those areas. We've had, coming back off the break, there's been stretches too where it feels like, the goals are coming a little easier. And these last few, it's been tougher. It's been tougher to get to the inside. And so we're going to look at that. And obviously it's something that we got to work to correct.
Dan, I know it's almost never done, but given the numbers, is there any thought given to subbing out Silovs for the shootouts?
No. I mean, I think it's not something. It's very, very rarely been done. It has, but it's been very rare. I think right now. I think especially now, like he's been working at it. He's been getting better at it. As a team, we've been working at it. I do think that there's been improvement. I understand it needs to be better. But I think that there's, the idea of the subbing out, I think that's something where, you're now also putting that other goaltender in a really tough situation. And I go back and I back Artie. I see the work that he's putting in every day to work on that, and I've seen that improvement. So no.
Dan, just how do you think your defensemen performed in trying to compensate for Eric's absence tonight?
I thought the whole group they worked. I thought it was on the defensive side of it. I think we were working above. I think we were working to do the right things. I mean, there was still a couple situations there off the rush that we'll continue to work to clean up in terms of allowing, whether it's odd man or time and space coming in. But I thought that part of it was better. And we talked about it needed by committee, and I thought that's a good start.
Just what did you see on Tampa's goal there? It seemed like there was a little bit of time there where there might have been a whistle. Did you think there should have been a whistle there?
I mean, obviously you'd like there to be one. There wasn't, so that's just the reality of it. There's nothing I can really do on that one in terms of they didn't blow it. And so it was free. I think there might be, every time is going to be a little different. Sometimes those whistles come really quick, and sometimes they take a little bit longer. I think a credit to the group, too. It's tough with that. I mean, and Artie, I thought, played an unbelievable game here for us throughout. And so I do like the way the guys stuck with it there in terms of just, we had to find a way to score a goal, and we did. We couldn't find that second one there in overtime.
How did you feel like your new look second and third lines looked today, and especially with Malkin staying on the wing?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, you make these adjustments, whether it's right or wrong. It's, sometimes you're going through a little bit of stretch and you're trying some different things. You go back and we'll watch the tape. I felt there was I thought those lines were, I thought if you go throughout it, they were generating some chances, generating some ozone time. My initial thought was, I thought it was a better look, but it's something else. We'll give some time. We'll look at it again. We'll make decisions on if we're going to keep them or change them over the next day.
Dan, I wanted to ask you, with Eric out of the lineup, I think there's a lot more responsibility on Kris right now. What are your thoughts on how he performed tonight?
I thought. Yeah, I think it does fall on everybody. So I think you're talking like, some situations, especially the power play, and like he's been out there for those 6-on-5, so that doesn't change much. I thought it was good. I thought the power play, we had some looks. We had some good looks. I think coming off that last game, I think it was better than it was last game. And so I thought it was, I think that's going to be probably one of the bigger ones in terms of new responsibilities. I mean, Tanger's been out there in all these other situations on a pretty consistent basis.